What's up, snake fans? Monday morning here in the snake room, and it was a busy weekend. Sick kids, you know how that goes. A lot of going on. But we're going to take a look at some cool, really cool clown stuff that I produced this past 2019 season. See how they're growing up and gaining weight. Look at some really interesting pied stuff as well. If you look in the background, you can see my blue-tongued skinks. They're eating up. They're getting nice and fat so that maybe this year we could finally produce some blue tongues. That's the goal, right? We want to produce some blue tongue babies. We'll be cooling them down. I think I finally got the whole rhythm thing down. They're eating well finally. It took them a while to adjust. I just think animals, especially if they're not babies, when you get them, take a while to adjust to your room and to the rhythm. The rhythm of the room, we call it. And I'll be cooling these guys down once again for a couple months and then try to breed them and see if we could make some magic happen over here. All right, let's go into the snake room and see well, we're in the snake room. Let's see what's going on. All right, let's take a look at this really cool clown clutch that I bred this year. Only had 3 babies, but very interesting outcome as you can tell, and I'm gonna show you them. It was a new gene lesser clown female that was bred by a male I got from Justin. It was a leopard spot nose pastel het clown. And here was one of the babies with a little stuck shed on him. Okay. This is obviously not a clown, but it is pretty cool. It looks like it's a spot nose leopard pastel het clown, maybe new gene het clown, I don't know. Look at all that blushing. It looks almost a yellow belly, but it's not. There's no yellow belly in here. It's got that dorsal stripe that's broken up by that white line. It's really bizarre. It's got the spot nose definitely in there. I don't know what it is. I got news for you. I don't know what it is. I know it's 100% het clown. I know it's spot nose. Definitely looks leopardish. And it definitely looks pastel according to the head there. That little head stamp. So, the question is, what is this new gene? The new gene actually came originally from Dave and Tracy Barker. I bought the female from Mike at the Florida Reptile Ranch. He had been trying to breed her for a number of years and he hadn't had any luck. It was a little young. We got 3 nice babies. Well, let's go take a look and see what else we got here. Here's a beautiful female, reproduced of a visual clown. I see lesser in there, for sure. Pastel. I don't think there's any spot nose in there. There could be new gene in there. Not sure. Once again, I don't know what's in it. And when you get clutches where you don't know what's in it, you know what you gotta do? You gotta keep everything back. Here's the male that I produced that's the wackiest of them all. Let's look at him. He has got some craziness going on too. I don't know what's here. Once again, the parents, lesser new gene clown, bred to leopard, spot nose, pastel het clown. There's a lot of white in here, probably lesser. Once again, the dorsal area of this is what's most interesting. I would think that this would be leopard involved here. The new gene has got to be doing something to this. It's just so weird looking that I don't know what to say. This het clown looks a lot like the clown, more so. That's why I tend to think that the new gene could be in these 2. And then this one is just kind of like lesser pastel, maybe leopard clown there. These 2 are the interesting ones, I think. This one more so than anything, because I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I'm sure maybe some of you guys have some ideas out there, but I don't know. I'm gonna grow this girl up and breed her. I don't know. That's the best I could do. She got these jet black eyes. Very interesting shapes here. Really cool dorsal striping. Just a very interesting looking clown, to say the least. I'm gonna repeat the breeding again this year, I think. Although maybe I'll use a different male, I don't know. Just to see if I can differentiate what's going on, because it's tough. Once again, if you're gonna get a 3 snake clutch, that's the 3 snake clutch to get. And for sure, I'll be holding these back because I don't know what they are. Just thought I should point them out to you since they've been growing and getting bigger and developing since when I first showed them to you when they were first born. Just a little update. And since we're looking at interesting clutches from 2019, this was my Pastel Panther Pied, bred to a Pastel Panther Pied, 2-egg clutch. Get some interesting stuff here. This is definitely a Super Panther Pied, or maybe a Super Pastel Super Panther Pied. This looks like it might be just a regular Super Panther Pied. I don't know if there's a pastel in here or not. I guess maybe a little bit. The head is a little faded. This could just be a regular Pastel Super Panther Pied. Once again, developing some more distinctness to its pattern, whereas when it was first born, it was very faded. It actually looked more like this, although this is getting a little more definition too here. And this girl is probably also, I thought it was a Super Pastel Super Panther Pied. She might be, because her head is definitely lighter than this one. Okay, but she's definitely Super Panther. It almost looks like there's a little paradoxing in there too as well. Rusty colored looking, it looked like I left her out in the rain and she turned rusty. Just very interesting looking pied. Once again, when you get stuff like this, what do? You can't sell this stuff because I don't even know what to sell it as. People ask me, how much do you want for it? I'm like, I don't know. Look at this. This is like a weird looking. This came from Frank Nutt, these original genes in the Netherlands. Look at that color. I don't even know what to call it. It's like an orange. Remember, there's no orange dream, nothing in here. This is just super pastel, more than likely. At least pastel, and it's Super Panther Pied. And from what Frank told me, definitely Super Panther. Just look at that coloring. Woof. That is just wicked. And someone asked me to show them my Sunglow Leopard Boa female that I had produced. This was my one baby that survived from that litter that I produced earlier this year. And she's just getting better and better. This is the lipstick line. So this is the Tom Burke lipstick line Sunglow. So that's the albino, call albino with the lipstick line, kind of like a pastel-y looking line. Just adds a little bit more line bred type stuff. You combine that with the hypo gene. You can see that hypo gene present in the white outlining of the tail there. And then you put Het Leopard in there. Het Leopard, everyone, calls leopard a recessive. I really believe it's an incomplete dominant. Other people believe that as well, because you really see it visually in the bow tie saddles that here. Just look at all this like little, what I guess would call coraling. That's all from the leopard. The face is like kind of gravelly looking. That's leopard. That's Het Leopard. You can see that. This girl is gorgeous. She's available. You can contact me if you're interested in picking her up. I'll probably sell her because I have a lot of albino leopard stuff. She's really good, really nice. Let me show you her brother from previous litter. Here's a Sunglow Het Leopard I produced in a previous litter, like 2 years earlier. Same parents, in shed, but you can tell that head. Look at that beautiful, gravelly looking red speckled head. He produced, actually he might even be, I think he's the father. He's the father of this little girl. So, just some good lineage, although we only got one baby out of the whole litter, but it is pretty gorgeous, so we'll take it. Pretty cool. All right, the other day I showed you guys some yearlings boas that I had, some blood boas, some hypo bloods, some plasmas, which were hypo blood aneries. This is a super plasma, super hypo blood anery type 2. Anery obviously removing the reds, blood putting the reds in there, and then the hypo just enhancing everything and reducing pattern. This girl is going to be ready to breed this year. I've been raising her up for a couple years now. I'm going to try to breed her this season. Once again, she's got those really dark black eyes from the blood boa. She's got that almost looks like someone just drained the blood out of her, no pun intended, which is what happened with the anery gene. And then that blood gene really lightened everything up because it was originally red, and then you could just see that really nice tail. And you know, a lot of times boas lose a lot of pizzazz when they get older, so to speak. She just really kept some really interesting looking colors and patterns, and she's a really good eater. And once again, she's a dwarf boa. That's as big as it gets. That's a full size, you know, ball python essentially. They don't get much bigger than this. You know, I've been feeding her because I want to really put her into the breeding program this year. I think she's perfect, and I'm looking forward to, I haven't figured out what I'm going to breed her with yet, but it's going to be something cool, I can guarantee it. And I'm excited to finally get her up. It's cool when you can get your own females to start breeding. Males, you know, breed after a year and a half, not such a big deal. When you get a female that you produce to actually start making babies, that's kind of really cool. So I'll think about what I'm going to breed her to, and it'll be something interesting for sure to try to make some new combos this year. All right, guys, that's it for this Monday. It was, you know, maybe not as busy as I thought, but I have a feeling Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be crazy. I'm coming off Olympia weekend here in the bodybuilding world, and now, you know, we did some good snake cleaning. Everything's clean in the snake room. I think I might have 1 or 2 clutches maybe going to be laid in the next couple weeks here. If not, no big deal. We had a very productive season. We had about 36 ball python clutches. We had, I think, 6 boa litters and a carpet litter. So I have plenty of babies to contend with, that's for sure. And of course, you know, right around the corner is the 2020 breeding season. So I'm starting to get ideas of who I want to pair up. We're trying to feed these animals up. My food bill has gone up quite a bit. Man, whoever thought I'd be spending that much on rats and mice? But hey, you got to get these girls up to size and ready to breed, because once the breeding season starts, not much feeding gets going, at least not with the boas and the carpets. We kind of like, and the olive pythons, we're not going to really feed them very much at all. That's how that works. We're going to go over some breeding techniques of those animals in future videos. For now, hopefully you're having a great Monday. Make sure you subscribe, turn on your likes, or turn on your notifications and hit that like button, and we'll be back tomorrow morning.